Hello everyone. Welcome to the first English class of this new academic year. If you have your Term 1 Learning Ladders textbook with you, turn with me to page number 5 where you will find unit number 1, A Precious Drop in the Ocean. It is a simple story with a great message. The backdrop of the story is the Chennai floods. Two girls about your age decide to help out the flood victims by raising money, by putting up a yard sale in their neighborhood. They thought they wanted to help the flood victims in whatever little way they could. A yard sale is putting up a sale in an open area or a yard. They started off very small by making fancy stuff out of old things, and they decided to sell that in the sale. When the grown-ups came to know about it, they started to help out. The people in the neighborhood were so touched by the genuine gesture of these girls that they came and bought all the stuff and made the sale a huge success. You know what happened after that? They themselves started to host events where they would raise funds for the flood victims. You see what's happening here? Something that started as small as a drop is now becoming an ocean. Our country has faced several floods by now. Some of you listening to me right now may have experienced firsthand the horrors of a flood. Right now, the whole world is going through a huge crisis with the COVID-19 pandemic. When faced with such big problems, we feel very small. Especially as kids, you may be feeling helpless and discouraged. This story gives you a ray of hope. You can do whatever little you can, and it will be a small drop in an ocean. Every act of kindness matters. It is like a small drop that will grow into a big ocean. Like at the end of all lessons, we have a section on vocabulary. There are words listed with their meanings. It may be new to you, some of the words. I'm going to pick out two of them to discuss now. One is recede. Recede means to move back to the earlier level. Let's use that in a sentence. The floods receded in a few days and life was back to normal. The second word is painstakingly, which means to do something carefully and by putting in a lot of effort. Let's use that in a sentence. These teaching videos have been made painstakingly so that students can learn from anywhere. To learn words and use them correctly in speech or writing, you need to know the right spellings. To practice that, we have an exercise on page number 10. Let's look at that. There are some words that are spelled incorrectly and some are spelled correctly. The incorrect ones have to be corrected by us. Let's look at some of them. The first one, discard. This is the right spelling. So we write the same spelling, D-I-S-C-A-R-D. Let's look at the second one, utensil. Can you notice that one L is extra? Let's remove that and correct the spelling, U-T-E-N-S-I-L, utensil. Third one, frightening. Did you notice there is an extra N there? Let's remove that and let's spell it correctly, F-R-I-G-H-T-E-N-I-N-G. Now you understand how to look at these words and see if they are correctly spelled. If not, correct them. Let's look at one more, the last one, applause. Do you see that a P is missing there? Let's add that and spell it correctly. A-P-P-L-A-U-S-E, applause. Let's move on to the next exercise on page number 10. This is about choosing the right synonym. What are synonyms? Synonyms are the words that have the same meanings as the words that are given there. Let's try and do this together. The first one, modest. The options are grand, humble, boastful. The answer is humble. Humble is the one that means the same as modest. Remember, you have to know the meanings of each of these words to solve this exercise. If you don't know the meanings, please feel free to look up in the dictionary. Second one, contribute. The options are donate, take, secure. The answer is donate. Contribute and donate have the same meaning. Third one, recede. Withdraw, approach, coming. What is the answer? What is the word that means the same as recede? It's withdraw. Fourth one, giggle. Chuckle, talk, gossip. Giggle means to chuckle, so that's the answer. Fifth one, opportunity. The options are work, chance, failure. Chance is the answer. The sixth one, previous. The options are next, following, and former. What do you think the answer is? The word that means the same as previous. Yes, the answer is former. On page 11, we find a comprehension section with exercises, with questions to be answered. Go through them. If you are in doubt, go back to the passage, read the story again, and then come back and answer these questions. If you have been instructed by your teacher to note down the answers, please go ahead and write in your notebook and practice. Let's move on to the grammar section. We see that 4 types of sentences are discussed there. I'm sure this is not the first time you are coming across this concept. We've done this earlier. Let's do a recap. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that make complete sense. There are 4 types of sentences: declarative or assertive sentence, which is a sentence that makes a statement. It always ends with a full stop. The second one is interrogative sentence. This is a sentence that asks a question. This kind of sentence always ends with a question mark. The third type is imperative sentence. This sentence expresses a command or a request. This also ends with a full stop. The fourth type is exclamatory sentence. This expresses a sudden emotion. These type of sentences end with an exclamatory mark. On pages 10 and 11, you find a couple of exercises based on the types of sentences. This is for you to practice. The first exercise is to identify what type of sentence each one is. That's very simple. Go ahead and do it yourselves. I am going to help you with the second one. This is to punctuate the sentences properly. To punctuate the sentences, you need to first identify what kind of sentence it is. Let's look at it. We've come to the end of the unit. I hope you enjoyed the story and all the exercises. See you soon. Bye-bye.